Hello dear students, how are you all? I'm Diwakar Pandey, welcomes you on our official YouTube channel Knowledge Infusers. We have studied the basic trigonometric ratios and the values of various angles up to 90 degree. Now we will study the square relations between few trigonometric ratios and few more things. Okay, so let's start. Students, here are few relations between trigonometric ratios. Now first of all, square relations of if we do sin square theta plus cos square theta, we will get 1. Okay, this is the proved theorem, you can say. Now here from this we can write sin square theta can also be 1 minus cos square theta, and cos square theta can also be 1 minus sin square theta. So from one relation we can derive two more relations. Okay, now here second one is 1 plus tan square theta is always equal to sec square theta. So sec square theta minus tan square theta can be equal to 1. If you get these values in any of the equation or any of the question, you can directly put 1 on the place of this equation. So again we can say at the place of tan square theta, means if I want to find the value of tan square theta, I can transform 1 from here to this side, so it will be sec square theta minus 1. Again third one is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta, which also says that cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, and cot square theta can also be equal to cosec square theta minus 1. So from one value we can derive two more values or two more relations. Similarly, we will see quotient relations. Now quotient relations means relations between two ratios. When I was telling you to draw the table of values of various angles, at that time also I have told you that tan theta is also equal to sine upon cos. So here theta is an acute angle. Okay, remember that theta is an acute angle. So tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta, and cos theta upon sin theta is also equal to cot theta. Now from here we can also derive sin theta is equal to tan theta into cos theta, isn't it? If I want to find the value of sin theta, then I can say that it can be equal to tan theta into cos theta. Okay, from here it is cos theta upon sin theta is equal to cot theta always, and if we multiply tan theta with cot theta, we will get always 1. And you can prove it if you put sin theta upon cos theta at the place of tan theta and cos theta upon sin theta at the place of cot theta, the both of the terms will get cancelled. From sin to sin and cos to cos, you will get 1 only. Okay, so this value is true, or this relation is true. Relation between few trigonometric ratios. Okay, relation between few trigonometric ratios. Now here cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta. Okay, now cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta, which also implies that sin theta can be equal to 1 upon cosec theta, isn't it? If I transform sin theta from here to here and cosec from here to here, it will be sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. So we got one more relation. Again over here sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta, or 1 upon cos theta is equal to sec theta. So we can write also cos theta is also equal to 1 upon sec theta. I want to make you understand that from one relation we can derive many relations of trigonometric ratios. So these are the few trigonometric relations, okay, between their ratios. Now we will solve few numerical this question. Prove that tan square theta upon sec theta minus 1 is equal to 1 plus cos theta upon 1 minus cos theta. Now here we have left hand side as, we have to take left hand side. What is at left hand side? At left hand side we have tan square theta upon sec theta minus 1. Actually the question is sec theta minus 1 the whole square. So sec theta minus 1 the whole square. As I have told you that tan square theta can be written as 1 minus or sec square theta minus 1, isn't it? So I will write sec square theta minus 1, and at the below part, at the denominator part, we have sec theta minus 1. Now is this in the form of a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b and a minus b, isn't it? So we can write it as sec theta minus 1 and sec theta plus 1, and here we have sec theta minus 1 the whole square. Now sec theta minus 1 can get cancelled, 1 sec theta minus 1 of the denominator. So we have sec theta plus 1 at the numerator and sec theta minus 1 at the denominator. So what we can do further, we can do it as, now we can write what at the place of sec theta, we can write what, 1 upon cos theta, isn't it? So 1 upon cos theta plus 1 upon cos theta minus 1. Now when you will solve it, you will get 1 plus cos theta upon cos theta upon 1 minus sin theta, 1 minus cos theta upon cos theta. So cos theta and cos theta will get cancelled. Okay, so we have what? We have 1 plus cos theta upon 1 minus cos theta. Okay, which is equivalent to right hand side. So this is equal to right hand side. So if we proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side, means we have proved the question. So we have LHS is equal to RHS. Now consider the next question, that is prove that tan theta plus cot theta is equal to sec theta plus cosec theta. Now we have at the left hand side, what we have? At the left hand side, that is tan theta plus cot theta. At the place of tan theta, what we can write? We can write sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, and at the place of cot theta, what we can write? Cos theta upon sin theta. Okay, now if I take LCM, then what I will get? Cos theta sin theta, and at the place of numerator, sin square theta plus cos square theta. Now we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I can put the value 1 over here, and I will get 1 upon cos theta into sin theta. Okay, now next step is 1 upon cos is what? I can write it as 1 upon cos theta into 1 upon sin theta. Okay, these are multiplications, no? So we can write it as, so this is 1 upon cos is sec theta into 1 upon sin is cosec theta. This is what our right hand side. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. This is the proof of this question. Now left hand side is equal to right hand side, that means tan theta plus cot theta is equal to sec theta plus cos. Now let's consider the another question, that is prove that sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta is equal to tan theta. What I have to do, let's consider left hand side. Okay, now left hand side is what? Sine theta minus 2 sine cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. Now if I can take sine theta common over here and cos theta common over here. So what I will get, if I take sine theta as a common, then I will get 1 minus 2 sine square theta, isn't it? Upon, if I take cos theta common over here, I will get what? 2 cos square theta minus 1. Okay, this is what we have got. Now here I can write sine theta under bracket 1 minus, at the place of sine square theta I can write 1 minus cos square theta, isn't it? And the denominator, it will be same as cos theta upon 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now what I can write over here? Now if I multiply 2 inside the bracket, I will get 2 minus 2 cos square theta. So let's write it down. Sine theta into 1 minus 2 means 2 ones are 2 and 2 into cos square theta minus 2 cos square theta. Okay, this is what I will get upon, the denominator side will be same, cos theta under bracket 2 cos square theta minus 1. Here 2 minus 1 will be minus 1, isn't it? But here it is minus sign. So when minus will multiplied with minus, it will become plus. Okay, so I can write over here sine theta 2 cos square theta. This 2 minus 2 plus 1 will give me minus 1 upon cos theta into 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now I can cancel it out. Now I have sine theta upon cos theta. And what is the value of sine theta upon cos theta? That is tan theta. So I have tan theta. This is my right hand side, tan theta. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. And from here we have proved the required condition. So till now we have studied the values of trigonometric ratios for acute angles. Acute angles means the angles between 0 to 90 degree or the angle is smaller than 90 degree. So now we will discuss the angles which are greater than 90 degree. How do we find the value of that ratios? Now you have studied the quadrants in your lower classes. This is called the first quadrant, this is second, this is third and this is the fourth one. The value of angle in the first quadrant is between 0 to 90 degree. And the value of angle in the second quadrant is from 90 to 180 degree. Similarly, the value of angles in the third quadrant is 180 to 270 and in the fourth quadrant it is 270 to 360. Now if the angle, suppose here I am writing sine of 30, sine of 60, the table of values which I have taught you in the last classes, that was the value of angles between 0 to 90. Okay, all those values were positive. So in the first quadrant all the values are positive. We can say that all the values of trigonometric ratios in the first quadrant are positive. All are positive values. in the second quadrant, only the value of sine and cosec angle which lies between 90 to 180, the sine and cosec value will be positive, rest all the values will be negative. Now what is the meaning of sine and cosec in the second quadrant? Suppose the angle is sine of 120. Sine of 120 means it will more than 90 degree. More than 90 degree means it lies in the second quadrant. And in the second quadrant, it will be positive. Now let's see how. I can write it as 90 plus 30. Learn one more thing. 90 plus minus theta and 270 plus minus theta. Okay. If the value with 90 plus minus theta means adding something to 90 will give the value that will lie in the second quadrant, and if I am subtracting something from 90, then the value will lie in the first quadrant. So if the sine contains the value as 90 plus theta, it will convert to cos of theta. Okay, from sine it will convert to cos, means sine 90 plus theta will be cos theta, and cos will convert to sine theta. Okay, similarly tan and cot will also get converted for these values. Okay, and sec and cosec will also convert. Now let us understand this one with one example. If I am taking sine of 120, I can write sine of 120 as sine of 90 plus 30, and as I have told you, 90 plus theta will convert to cos. Sine will convert to cos of theta, that is cos of 30. And what is the value of cos of 30? Cos of 30 is root 3 upon 2. So the value is positive of sine 120. Okay. Similarly, if the angle lies between 180 to 270, then only tan and cot value will be positive. And if the angle lies between 270 to 360, then the only cos and sec will be positive. Rest all the ratios will be negative. Okay, so this is the fundamental of the four quadrants that decides the value of ratios that will be positive or negative. We have seen the value of various trigonometric ratios in quadrants. Now let us understand the trigonometric ratios for complementary angles. First of all, you have to know that what are the complementary angles. The complementary angles means if two angles, if I am adding two angles, that becomes 90 degree, means if one angle is 30 and another is 60, then these two are complementary angles of each other, means sum of these two angles gives me 90 degree. Okay, so we can say the sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree. Then those angles will be called as complementary angles. Okay, sum of two angles means measure of the two angles must be equal to 90 degree. So I hope you understand what are the complementary angles. Now let us understand it using a triangle. Okay, the value of complementary angles using a triangle. Now consider a triangle which is ABC and B is at the right angle. B is what? Right angle. So let us, if this angle is theta, as you all know, the addition of all the three angles is 180 degree. Now angle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so if ABC addition of ABC is 180 degree. Now here the value of B is 90 and the value of C is theta, and we don't know the value of angle A. What will be the value of angle A? If I transform this one, means 90 to that side, it will give me 90, and this theta will go that side, will give me 90 minus theta. So the value of A, angle A will be 90 minus theta, means less than 90. And if I subtract the value of theta from 90, I will get the value of angle A. So let us derive the ratios of angle 90 minus theta. Now what will be the sine 90 minus theta over here? As I have told you, the sine 90 minus theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, isn't it? So what is the opposite side of 90 minus theta? That is BC. Opposite side of 90 minus theta is BC, and hypotenuse is AC. So BC upon AC. Now BC is what? BC is opposite side of 90 minus theta, but BC is adjacent side of theta. BC is also what? Adjacent side of theta. So if I take cos theta, what I will get? BC upon AC, isn't it? So it will be what? Cos of theta, means sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Okay. Now consider cos 90 minus theta. What will be the cos 90 minus theta over here? Cos 90 minus theta means adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Now what is adjacent side over here? That is AB. And what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is AC. Now AB is what? AB is adjacent of 90 minus theta, but this is opposite side for the angle theta. So I can write this is equal to sin theta. Opposite upon hypotenuse, that is the equation for sin theta. Okay, opposite upon hypotenuse is sin theta. Are you getting that how this converts to this one? Third one is tan 90 minus theta. Now tan 90 minus theta is what? Opposite upon adjacent, isn't it? Now 90 minus theta, the side opposite to 90 minus theta is BC, and adjacent to 90 minus theta is AB. So it will be BC upon AB, isn't it? But BC is adjacent to angle theta also. BC is adjacent to angle theta also, and AB is opposite of angle theta. So it can be cot of theta, because cot of theta will be adjacent upon opposite. So this will be adjacent, means BC, upon opposite is AB. Now what will be the cot 90 minus theta? Cot 90 minus theta, that will be adjacent upon opposite, that is AB upon BC, adjacent upon opposite, no? So AB is what? Opposite to angle theta, and BC is adjacent to angle theta. So this is also equal to tan of theta. That's what I have told you earlier, that if I am adding or subtracting something from 90, the sine will convert to cos, cos will convert to sine, tan will convert to cot, cot will convert to tan, and we will see further that sec converts to cosec and cosec converts to sec. Now sec 90 minus theta, what will be sec 90 minus theta? That will be, now sec 90 minus theta means 1 upon cos 90 minus theta, that will be AC upon AB, or hypotenuse upon adjacent. So hypotenuse is AC and adjacent is AB. So that will be hypotenuse is AC, adjacent is AB. Now this AB is opposite side of angle theta, you know. So opposite side of angle theta is AB, and hypotenuse upon opposite side will what? will be cosec of theta. So this formula is same for cosec of theta, isn't it? Now the last one is cosec 90 minus theta. Now what will be the cosec 90 minus theta? That is inverse of sine 90 minus theta, hypotenuse upon opposite side. Now hypotenuse is AC and opposite side is BC. Now BC is adjacent for angle theta, okay, and hypotenuse upon adjacent is what? Sec of theta. I hope you have understood that what is the conversion process of 90 minus theta to theta. It will change to cos, from sine to cos, from cos to sine, from tan to cot, from cot to tan, from sec to cosec, and from cosec to sec if I am adding or subtract. We are discussing complementary angles, so we will discuss with 90 minus theta only over here. Now let us understand the numerical on complementary angles. Okay, now here we have to evaluate sine 25 degree upon sec 65 degree plus cos 25 degree upon cosec 65 degree. Now the value of these two, if I will add 65 plus 25, I will get 90. Then these two angles are complementary to each other. Now let us solve it. At the place, now consider first of all sine 25 degree upon sec of 65 degree plus cos of 25 degree upon cosec of 65 degree. Now I can write at the place of sine 25 degree, I can write what? Sine of 90 minus 65 upon, this will be same as sec 65 degree. And further what can I write? At the place of cos 25, I can write cos of 90 minus 65, okay, upon cosec of 65. This is sine 90 minus 65. This is cos 90 minus 65. Now as we have studied now few minutes before, sine 90 minus 65 is cos of 65 degree, because sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, okay, and sec of 65 I can split it as 1 upon sec of 65 degree plus cos of 90 minus theta is what? Sine of 65 degree into, I can write 1 upon cosec of 65 degree, okay. Now what is 1 upon sec? 1 upon sec is cos, and what is 1 upon cosec? 1 upon cosec is sine. So cos of 65 into cos of 65 again plus sine of 65 into 1 upon cosec is again sine of 65. Now tell me one thing, if I write sine of theta or sine square of theta is equal to sine of theta square, are they both different from each other? No, actually these both values or these both terms are same. So I can write it as cos square 65 degree plus sine square 65 degree. Now the value of theta is same in both of the terms, means with cos and with sine also the value of theta is same. So cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to what? Is equal to 1. So the value will be 1. Okay, I hope consider the another example that says evaluate tan of 5 degree into tan of 35 degree into tan of 60 degree into tan of 55 degree into tan of 85 degree. Now observe these values. Do we have complementary angles over here? Here it is tan 5 and here it is tan 85. So 85 plus 5 will give me 90. Okay, so this angle is complementary of 85, and similarly 55 plus 35 will give us 90. So 35 and 55 are complementary of each other. So we will rearrange, we will group the values which are complementary of each other. Tan 5, I will keep tan 5 with tan 85. Okay, then again with tan 35, what will I write? I will write tan 55, and the one part which is remaining, that is tan of 60. Now tell me one thing, can I write tan 85 as 90 minus 5? Yes, I can. So tan 5 degree is tan of 90 minus 5 degree. Okay, and here again I can write tan of 35 into tan of 90 minus 35 into tan of 60. Okay, now tan of 5, tan 90 minus theta is what? Cot of theta, isn't it? So it will be tan of 5 degree into cot of 5 degree. We will keep in a bracket these terms. Here it will be tan of 35 degree into cot of 35 degree. Okay, and the next one is tan of 60 degree. Now tan into cot, tan theta into cot theta is always equal to 1. 1 into 1, and what is the tan of 60? Tan of 60 is root 3. So root 3 into 1 into 1 will give us what? Root of 3, and this is our answer. Okay, so I hope you have understood that how to calculate the values of complementary angles using formulas. You have understood the square relation, you have understood the quotient relation. If you find this video helpful for you, then keep studying with us. Like this video, subscribe the channel, and share this video with your friends who can study with yourself and with us also. Okay, and practice maths regularly, because maths is a subject of practice, and practice makes a man perfect. Thank you so much.